Hi, everyone. Thanks for taking the time to review the Summon 360 and CDI roadmaps with me. We have some great features planned for 2024, and thanks to all of you for providing excellent feedback and great ideas for us to implement. My name is Amy Pemble. I am a product manager for CDI, Intoda, and 360 services, and I'm also serving as the interim Summon product manager. As in years past, we're doing quarterly feature releases for both Summon and the 360 and Entoda services. Those quarterly releases fall on the same day for all of those services. Our first quarterly release was February 14th. It did not have a preview environment. Our second release will be May 1st with a preview environment going live on April 17th. The third quarter release will occur on August 7th with a preview release date of July 24th. And our final quarterly release for the year will be November 6th with a preview date of October 23rd. In addition to the quarterly releases, Summon maintenance releases occur on the first Wednesday of all other months. And there, as a reminder, there are no preview environments for maintenance releases. I'd like to review the features that we delivered in February for the Q1 release. This has included the projects for integrating Canvas LTI with Summon, the addition of a note search field in the Summon Advanced Search, the auto enabling of quick links, the auto holdings management integration with Springer Nature for 360 and in total libraries, and a variety of other fixes as detailed in the release notes. So Learning Tools Interoperability, or LTI, is a standard used by learning management systems to allow different platforms to communicate. Canvas is the first LMS or library management system that we're integrating with. Now, LTI, this will allow Canvas administrators and instructors to embed summon URLs and searches within Canvas. So we're meeting students where they're already doing their work, and we're connecting them with tools and services from a single place. As I said, LTI is a standard used by a variety of LMSs. So moving forward, we're going to be able to onboard other systems like Blackboard or Moodle. The configuration for integrating Summon and Canvas on the Summon side occurs in the Customizer, Settings, and LTI section. The values that need to be input here can be obtained from Canvas. So please consult their documentation, and we have some on the Knowledge Center as well for helping provide this integration. The next feature we delivered was the ability to do a notes specific search field, notes specific search from the advanced search in Summon. This complements the current search syntax in the basic search. Uh, In basic search, you can type in notes colon and then your search string, and it will specifically search the notes fields for that search string. And now, excuse me, by adjusting Customizer, we have two options. One is the all words anywhere, and the other is the exact match. So you can use either of those options to search for notes fields from the advanced search. And the way that you configure this is by going into Customizer, Settings, and Advanced Search, and you can drag and drop the notes field that you see highlighted here to the enabled side. With the February release, we provided an opt-in link for quick links. Quick links is a terrific feature that we released maybe a couple years ago, but it allows users to go directly to the full text with one click. So that full text, it can be either a PDF or an HTML. It just provides a little more clarity on how a user can access the full text. And we believe strongly in this feature because it has a 99% linking accuracy rate, and that includes linking to more than 1.5 billion records from about 50 participating providers. So what we're doing here in with this option is we're making you aware of it. So by default, we're going to opt everyone into using quick links, but that's not going to be happening until May. So you have a couple of months to better understand the feature, ask questions about it, talk to colleagues, and see if it's something that you do want to enable. You can opt out of quick links at any point. You are not required to use the feature. We just want to put it forward and encourage you to try it, to experiment with it. It's because it does have such a terrific linking rate. So what you're going to see in Customizer right now is under the settings, search results, there is a new option that says auto activate quick links May 2024. By default, the value is going to be on. If you have quick links enabled already, you don't have to take any action. If you do not have quick links enabled right now, you aren't going to see any changes until the May release. But once the May release is live, quick links will automatically be turned on if you've done nothing with this parameter. If you've decided to turn it off, quick links will be disabled, so you won't see any changes there. We will be communicating more about this and answering questions, just so you know that this is coming and you're ready for that change in May. One of the great new features that we have been working on for 360 and Entoda services is KBART automation infrastructure. And we have enabled it last year for Taylor and Francis. And with this most recent release, we have enabled it with the provider Springer Nature. What this means is that it's a standard-based communication between our systems. And once a week, Springer Nature we ping Springer Nature with a request for your library specific holdings. And this can be for both ebooks and e-journals or one or the other, depending on what your subscriptions are. And the weekly update occurs on Saturdays. The configuration is pretty straightforward. You need to obtain a Springer Nature token for use with either the Springer Online Journals Complete database and or the Springer Books Online database. The token will be the same for both of those databases. The database coverage should be set to we only subscribe to some titles, and you can use this link here to obtain the token from Springer Nature. These screenshots show how and where to put the token in. On the left, you have 360 Client Center. You can see a label for auto holding settings and token. And on the right is the similar field for Entoda. Both of these are on the database details page. So now I'm going to switch over to forward-looking future enhancements for 2024. This first one is the bulk export of search results. In recent user surveys, students provided us feedback that they would like the ability to export all or a large number of their search results. What we heard and what we have been discussing with users is that they report when they worked really hard to create a search strategy. They were disappointed when they weren't able to easily obtain all those search results and export them. Obviously, exporting is supported in Summon right now, and via the saved option, and then exporting one by one. Moving forward, this will give users the ability to save and maintain a large literature review in one fell swoop. Another new feature that we will be rolling out is the ability to display the full title when you mouse over a search result. Currently, in some screen resolutions, and particularly in mobile devices, you're unable to see the entire title of a resource. So by showing that full result on mouse over, user get some clarity in the search results to help them identify content and titles that they want to access. The next new feature that are going to be rolling out is the scrolling improvement for facets. Right now, users have an infinite scroll method to get through the results list. This new feature will replace the infinite scroll with a pagination uh, tool, and this complies better with accessibility recommendations and provides a better user experience. Similar to similar to the feature I just described, this is replacing or adding pagination for use with facets. Right now, if you use that infinite scroll to go through search results, you lose the context of facets and aren't able to easily use them without having to scroll back up. So this feature will allow users to view and apply facets regardless of where they are in the search results. Our next feature for 2024 is making saved items permanent once a user authenticates. Currently, excuse me, Currently, saved items are deleted once the session is over, meaning they're only stored temporarily. This will allow users to authenticate and then retain saved resources past the session timeout period as part of their research process. Later in 2024, we are going to be rolling out a great new feature that we're calling the carousel widget. This will allow you to embed a summon search into websites that are not summoned. So faculty pages, other university or academic websites where you want to be able to highlight particular resources. In this case, we created a search string for new books on AI. So we could take that syntax and embed it somewhere else, and again, meeting users where they are, if they aren't coming to summon first necessarily, but inviting them in to view the content that you want to highlight or that you've curated. Currently in Summon, the feature search within journal opens up. It executes the search on the same page where you're at. Um, so you kind of lose the context of the search that you're working with. This will allow the search within Journal to open in a new browser tab. So you keep the context of the original search, but also open up a new path for exploring content. Um, Lastly, we know that Summon allows for a great deal of customization with JavaScript and CSS. This feature will allow admins to directly input JavaScript or CSS into a customizer setting or upload a file rather than calling out to a remote file. Um, for folks who do heavy customization, this should vastly improve the experience and allow you to do much easier configuration with Summon. For CDI, we have a couple of great projects coming out for 2024. The first is the continuation of our CDI subject heading normalization project that we began last year. The second is improving book reviews identification. And the third is identifying new methods for distinguishing in press or ahead of print content. As I mentioned, last year we rolled out subject normalization. So what we did was map the subject headings, the topical subject headings that we identified in CDI to the LCSH and MESH controlled vocabularies. This allowed us to duplicate and make more accurate a lot of the subject headings that we received from, you know, from providers from all sorts of content, making it a little more clear and less ambiguous as to what the user was viewing. We got some great feedback from you. So we're glad that it's largely been successful for you. But one of the improvements that we wanted to take on for 2024 is adding personal names and geographic names to the list of normalized headings. As I mentioned, currently it's only topical headings. So we're going to be adding in those LCSH and MESH personal and geographic headings. This is just a quick mock-up of what this might look at like. On the left hand, you have a mock-up with personal names. So you can see that Pierre Curie is part of the subject display on the page. And on the right, there's a mock-up with geographic name headings. So the Arrow C is now available to users for additional exploration and discovery paths. We also know, as I think I mentioned this in an email recently, there has been additional feedback about adding in other vocabularies. It's something that we're definitely going to be looking at for future roadmaps. So please do keep sending your suggestions because we're eager to hear them. So the nature of scholarly publishing has changed immensely in recent years, including the fact that a lot of content, the peer-reviewed accepted articles, they may be available online from the publisher prior to an official publication or print date. Um, so these are interchangeably called in press, online first, and ahead of print articles, depending on the publisher. The problem for us is that some of these resources don't have sufficient metadata to be able to link out to them. If we have a quick link from the publisher, that works great. As I said, we have something like a 99% linking rate for those quick links. But if this ahead of print or in press content, if it's coming through an aggregator and we don't have things like volume or issue information or dates or pages, the linking frequently does not work. So what we're going to be undertaking this year is a project to understand how best to identify and handle some of these early articles. In particular, if they're coming from an aggregator, what can we do in order to give some kind of indication that the user should go to the publisher website, or that maybe it's a citation online only resource right now. The next CDI improvement that we're looking to do is improving book review identification. What we found is that during match and merge, book reviews are too frequently miscategorized as articles. The impact of this, of course, is that faceting is incorrect, and then the search ranking is impacted. And unfortunately, users are met with content they may not necessarily want. They don't want the book review, they want the scholarly article, but it's been miscategorized. So we're going to be undertaking a project to understand the rules that we have in place to improve them and distinguish between those two content types. So looking further ahead than the 2024 roadmap, I want to bring to your attention an important investment Clarivate is making in AI. We have a new unit that's dedicated to exploring technologies and building an academic AI platform to deliver tools across all of our services. So not just Summon, not just Primo, but across all of the Clarivate A&G unit. One of the first tools that the unit is working on is the CDI Research Assistant, and you can see the mock-up here. The tool will make discovery more conversational and encourage searching strategies like the question here, what does the theory of relativity mean? So our AI platform will take the facts of that answer from our vetted and trusted content and then generate a summary for the user. So on in the screenshot, you can see the user question, and then you can see the summary that was AI generated. Again, it's using the facts of our content. It's not all of the internet. It's not, the whole universe of knowledge. It's based on our content. So we want to encourage users uh, to be able to trust what they're seeing here. In addition to the summary that they're getting here with the generated answer, they can also see the supporting articles that led to that summary. Um, and on the right, you can also see the related questions. So again, this is more conversational. This is taking the question that the user entered and proposing some additional discovery paths. So we're going to have an early version to explore at eLuna in May, and we're aiming for production delivery first for Primo and then for Summon, probably in the 2025 timeline. But we, of course, will keep you updated as to how that's going and how you can participate. Just wanted to put this out there as one of our, as I said, it's heavily invested projects for us. And we're really excited that it's going to be one of the first tools coming from that academic AI platform is going to be the research assistant. So again, thank you very much for your time. Please reach out to me at this email address, amypemble@clarivate.com, if you have additional questions. We will keep you updated with the roadmap progress as we learn more and as we do further analysis and as we have questions that we would like to get answers to from the community. Thank you for all your participation in the ideas exchange, in NERS voting. This product working group in particular is very helpful to us in helping guide our development and help drive where Summon and Discovery are going. So thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.